Welcome back to another video. Today's video we're talking all about the 16-inch MacBook Pro outside because it's sunny, so why not? So yes, let's get straight into the 16-inch MacBook Pro. The 16-inch MacBook Pro, it has several configurations. It has i7s, i9s. Strangely enough, Intel never came out with the i8 processor. Wonder where that went, but that's a different topic for another day. The MacBook Pro has a significantly revolutionary change design from the 2015 and 2016 MacBooks that were when they were redesigned. It's an evolution based off that design. Key features of this design from the 15-inch that came before it are the better touch bar, more responsive touch bar, separated escape and power touch ID button. There's also larger footprint and screen with thinner bezels, which I have to admit is pretty nice. And the 13-inch MacBook Pro did take from this design that we saw on the 16-inch, but it did in fact take it to a different level, of course, because it's a 13-inch laptop, so touch bar isn't as big, and so on. Now, we did get rumors that Apple's working on a touch bar Gen 2, twice as big, more powerful, things like that. Probably something similar to the Asus ZenBook with dual screen design, something similar to that. Really would be interested to see how that would turn out. The next thing about 16-inch MacBook Pro is the webcam. 720p webcam, not the best, so keep an eye on that if you're going to pick up a 16-inch MacBook Pro over an iMac, which is in fact better in a sense. If you want a webcam that is 1080p, you're going to have to go for an iMac for that. And yes, it is the same iMac webcam that came with the iMac Pro, although because T2 encryption and the T2 processor, you can actually get better performance out of this webcam than the iMac Pro's webcam, which is pretty nice, but that's on a different product. The webcam is still fine on the 16-inch MacBook Pro. If you just need something to do your Zoom calls, whatever, this will probably work fine. If you give it good lighting, it'll rock on. Do not, however, put a webcam concealer or one of those flick webcam things, because it will damage your MacBook. It's just the thing about it. Apple is advised against it. Of course, the reason you go for a 16-inch MacBook Pro over a 13-inch maybe is those specs and that display. It has 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports. Thunderbolt 4 is not an option, although it is sort of standard now. I don't know about that. Of course, it's been rolled out very slowly. The specs go up to an i9, they go up to 128 gigs of RAM, more if you want. It goes up to 8 terabytes SSD storage, Vega graphics, 560M, really powerful graphics performance in this MacBook. And that display is pretty nice. The display on the 16-inch MacBook Pro, really thin bezels, thinner than the iPad Pro bezels, or about as thin as an iPhone's bezels, which, believe it or not, is actually pretty thin. And that 1 inch of screen real estate changes everything when it comes to Final Cut timelines, Logic, instruments, everything. Just changes the whole dynamic of the MacBook. You can have more clicks in your preview. You can have a larger preview. You can have all your effects on this side. You can have your color grades. There's one fatal flaw with this MacBook Pro. While it is great, there is the ARM Macs that are in the pipeline that will be announced within the next year that will probably replace this MacBook Pro, and it'll probably be more powerful, probably cheaper, so new design language. So if you can wait, definitely go for the ARM Macs, but if you can't wait, this is pretty nice of a deal. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you.